All right, so the game turn updated about 30 minutes ago. So I'm just logging back in here to see what happened with the orders that I had queued up. Looks like both of my scouts are still on their way to their respective destinations. But I realized that actually I may not be able to log in again until tomorrow, so that's going to be a few turns away. So actually I should probably set some additional orders for them. I'm going to have this scout continue on to Delta Pictoris, which I see is star 50. So I'm going to set that right now. Let's see, priority 5, star 50. Create that order. And then go back, make sure we have this. All right, so now we have 2 command priorities, but, all right, I'm going to fix that in the database later. I forgot to set this. Dispatch priority 5. I'll fix this in the database after I do this, but the goal here is to send the ship on to the next star. And so as soon as I get this figured out here, that'll be the goal. There's an expression in software engineering called dog fooding, eating your own dog food. So this is really good that I'm in here playing this sort of as I go, and this how tedious this debugging form is probably going to incentivize me to get it fixed sooner rather than later. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send this scout over to 29 Orionis, which I see is star number 12. So I'll try not to attack it this time. I'll try to dispatch it to star number 12. All right, so cue that order up. All right, great. So as soon as it arrives at its location, it's going to drop a little beacon, and we'll be able to see what planets are there, and then it's going to turn around and it's going to head back to the other star. Cool. So now let's check in on what's going on with our homeworlds. So looks like we made a little bit of money, but not a whole lot. I'm not going to be able to build even another entire bank just yet. So these are all things I'll have to figure out, the sort of starting amounts to make sense, so that we can make it challenging to get going, but actually not so challenging that it's impossible. So maybe this is about right. So maybe if I came back tomorrow, then I'd have a bunch more money because all these things would be turning over more resources here. And maybe I'll want to start players with a bank or two. Looks like our mines extracted some more pyrite. We're now creating a stockpile of latinum, so the banks are now running a little bit behind. So maybe the next thing I want to build is definitely a bank here, so that I can get this turned into money a little more quickly. But that's not going to be right now because I can't afford a bank. So that's on my homeworld. Let's take a look at what's going on these other planets that I've landed on. So Arcap 0, where I built a couple of mines here after I had landed something in the first turn. Then I'm extracting that pyrite, creating latinum. So at some point I'll be able to build a bank here, and that bank will start turning that latinum into actual money. In the meantime, my 1,000 population that I landed here with my transport ship a turn ago has started to grow. So it looks like one person was born. This went up by 1. So now this population is growing, and it's going to grow a little more slowly than on my homeworld because Vapor is a little bit more hostile of an environment type, but it's okay. All right, so looking at the other planets in the system here, Arcap 6 is a smaller world, so I won't be able to build too many things here. It's not a whole ton of space, but there's a good amount of resources, so that's good. But again, I can't afford to build anything right now, so I'm just going to let this population hopefully grow over the next time. Nitrogen's a pretty easy population growth atmosphere versus Vapor. So this one, I'm expecting this one to grow a little bit more quickly once it gets going. And this planet's a little bit larger. Again, some good amount of pyrite. But again, not going to build anything here. Just want to check out and see how things are looking. So that seems to be the state of things, and stardate is now 0.3, as that's going to continue going up as turns turn over. And so it looks like I've got a few more turns to go before I'm able to do any sort of the next things. Cool, so I'll check in here later.